I've been on the Legal Match roster, if I can use that term, for about 4 months. Actually, probably just about 3.5 months. A lot of leads come in. I have been retained or provisionally retained on one or two matters at this point in time. I have spoken to a few people who chose to not retain me or go elsewhere. I have spoken to a couple of people who really didn't require legal counsel, more advice and counsel. Been an interesting process. I've met spoken to some interesting individuals with interesting sets of problems. And as I say, hopefully that will translate into something a little more substantive as time goes on. There are a lot of individuals out there who have specific legal problems or have had legal encounters with the legal system. They come from all walks of life. They come from different income stream. A good deal of individuals, I think, who I've come across are at the middle or lower end of the financial spectrum and are in need of some concrete advice to help guide them and figure out what it is they want to do. So that's been an interesting process to me. Certainly the features of the leads and of the organization of setting up appointments and specific appointment times are beneficial. I have a case manager who sits on top of me, which is not a bad thing. I've been using the templates, and I'm getting accustomed to the notion of trying to follow up quickly with telephone contact with individuals. It's not a process that comes that easily to me. They are sporadic. Sometimes they come in waves. But I would say there are probably a dozen to 15 per month. Some of them are from areas too far away from where I practice to be able to realistically follow up on, or to follow up on in anything other than perhaps giving a little bit of guidance and suggestion to clients. The catchment area for me is the whole province, but the province is pretty wide. And I've gotten leads from individuals who are 12 to 15 hours away from me, which just isn't practical in terms of being able to provide representation. But there are probably about half a dozen leads within, I would say, my catchment area per month. Right now, there are probably two at this point. I would say it compares favorably. With Legal Match, individuals are specifically reaching out to a lawyer. So it's beyond looking at a phone book or looking at potential numbers, but they are reaching out to an individual, albeit an unknown one, and it signifies some interest on their part in trying to retain counsel if they feel it's necessary. At this point, it's been a lot more written communication, but I think probably to make the most or to maximize it, it would require much more efficient telephone contact with clients, efficient and immediate telephone contact. And I think that's the end I'm working on at this point. I think I would say that you have to go out and proactively contact or follow up on the leads, even though you never have met these individuals, proactively, perhaps by way of phone, by way of Zoom or Skype contact, so that the client, even virtually, can put a face to a name and make an assessment if they want to hire you or not. So it becomes a rather immediate first conversation. And I think that conversation has to be pretty immediate. I think I would tell counsel to be realistic in their expectations, to be patient, and to give it a little bit of time to nourish.